Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook. Since the last time we spoke, we have come off a long way. Reasons could be one too many, but according to our understanding, I think more than the global impact on our markets, it is the local news flow which has dominated on the markets, and as a result of that, uh, markets have corrected to an extent that the current levels have become very attractive in terms of long-term investment. Along with that, the fear of this second wave, third wave will dominate or be in the spotlight for some time until and unless we have stagnation, flattening, and a downward trajectory in the number of people getting infected or number of people getting vaccinated for the first dose or the second dose. Now, this only time will tell. But purely as I've been, interacting with all of you all since the epidemic uh, casted its, shadow on the global markets. Uh, Last time, and as I mentioned earlier, last year, rather, we did not have a vaccine, a protective shield. We have to. We might get one or two more by month of May, middle of May or end of May or early part of June. Concerns in terms of production shortfall of one of the vaccines called Covishield with respect to the raw materials not being able to come through from US, etc. I think that is also going to be a thing of past. So, and now of course you have 18 plus citizens being eligible for vaccination. So, my sense is, and the Honorable Prime Minister have also mentioned two things. One is that put entire nation's capabilities and capacities to utilizing manufacturing of vaccine, and the second one being oxygen cylinders being available. These two are more crucial parts. Unfortunately, the magical drug remdesivir uh, has come in some negative news flow, and I'm quite sure that the center and the state government will put the task force together to resolve all these issues on the negative side. Coming back to the markets, firstly to reflect upon whatever numbers we've seen in terms of first quarter earnings. Those numbers, fourth quarter earnings, those have been in line, though there are not too many to speak about, but whatever has come has been in line. And just reflecting upon the third and the second quarter and the management verbatim given during the third quarter earnings, we expect that fourth quarter should be better in terms of color and shade, and this financial year should be even better. Just that certain sectors might again get impacted because we have lockdowns in various cities, districts. We have semi lockdown or the Janta curfew, that is the new term, and fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. Since last year, we have kind of come across new terminologies: Janta curfew, lockdown, mini lockdown, symptomatic, asymptomatic, etc., etc. So my sense is that common sense should prevail upon all of us. We have to respect what the government tells us to do. We are responsible citizens. We are educated. We should comply by, wear a mask, keep distance, and don't overcrowd. I think that's the best way to beat. And if it is not required, then definitely don't step out of your house. Uh, so coming back to the markets, I think fourth quarter, that is what I was discussing, and that looks quite strong, and it is likely to deliver on line of expectation. Crude oil 61 plus on the Brent, 65 or thereabouts on 61 on the NYMEX, 65 plus per barrel on Brent. Not really much to worry about, but the only worrying factor is the weakness in the rupee against the dollar, wherein we are trading above 75 rupees to a dollar. So this should be a little bit of a tricky situation. I hope that we display some strength, that is, the INR displays some strength against the dollar and comes back to that 74 kind of trajectory. With the lockdowns across the globe, I don't think you are going to see any meaningful rise in the crude oil prices. In fact, there could be some meaningful correction because again, consumption would be a question mark, and I think all the oil producing nations would definitely relook on their refining capacities and production capabilities in terms of output to the world demand. Having said that, uh, pharma, IT, healthcare, diagnosis, hospital, that is uh, healthcare related stocks uh, will be in focus. Strong NBFCs, life insurance companies. I think this could be the priority. Private sector banks and some select public sector banks. Specialty chemicals and some of the names which will, or sectors that will benefit with China plus one policy that is playing out well. And if the government has to do what it is talking about, then I'm sure a lot of domestic sectors with the production link incentive in place would definitely be benefited over a longer period of time. So this correction may last, but I don't think there's going to be a huge or a deeper correction unless and until you have some serious negative news flows on the domestic side. If that doesn't happen, then I think we could be near the bottom or thereabouts. So this opportunity of long-term investment should be looked upon. Don't try to rush to the market. Be a disciplined investor and look at companies with strong earnings and capabilities and sound management. I think, like last year, we should overcome the pandemic and we should come out stronger and in much better shape. Wishing all of you all safe, stay at home, stay healthy, stay strong, be a disciplined citizen, and respect what the state and the central government tells us to do. Next week, till then, bye bye.